How's everybody doing? My name's Chris Kilgore. I'm the Writing Resource Coordinator for the School of Social Work at the University of Texas at Arlington, and that means I'm here to help you with all aspects of the writing process. In the next couple of slides, we'll be talking a little bit about writing support, and we'll also be talking about the library resources that are available to you to help you kickstart your writing and find the sources that you need to make the arguments that you need to succeed in the papers that you're writing. Brooke Troutman is our social sciences librarian, and she will be talking about library resources. Before we get started, I want to ask you to think back real quick. I like to do audience interaction, but since this is a video, I'll just ask you to think back a little bit. Over the last 3 months or so, have you written something at least 5 pages long? Think back. Have you written something at least 5 pages long over the last 3 months? Okay, how about 10 pages long? How about 15 pages long? 20 pages? If you haven't, you will. I like to tell everybody social work is a writing-intensive discipline. That means you should be prepared to come up with ideas, do some library research, find sources, draft, revise, proofread for the rest of your professional life. And I say that not to alarm you, but to encourage you to take advantage of the support resources that you have while you're here in your graduate education at UTA. Out there in what I've taken to calling the real world, you don't have all this feedback and support, but here, people have to read your writing. It's our job. We are here to help you out. People have to provide library support. So take advantage of the resources that are available to you now to help you improve and streamline your writing process, so when you're out there in the workplace, you will remember, here's how I do this. Here's how I find sources to support what I'm trying to do. Here's how I write things up according to an appropriate style. Here's how I draft and revise and proofread. So to start things off, I'd like to hand this presentation over to Brooke Troutman. She's our social sciences librarian here at the University of Texas at Arlington Libraries, and she's going to tell you a little bit about how to locate sources and the other very useful resources that the library provides.
Hi everybody, I'm Brooke Troutman. I'm your friendly social work librarian here at UT Arlington. I'm going to show you a little bit about what you can find for library services. We have our library website, which is uta.edu/library. You can find things like online journals, abstracts, books, databases. You can find plagiarism tutorials, plus a lot of other really handy tutorials. There's some subject and research guides that I'm going to show you here in just a minute, and you can also find all of your course reserves, plus the traditional books and ebooks. This is me. This is my email where you can find me. My office is on the 5th floor of the Central Library. It's 516C. I do take one-on-one appointments, consultations with students, and I encourage them. My office hours are by appointment only, and the best way to reach me is by email. I do have my regular social work guide, which I did show you guys just a second ago, plus all those other ones. I also have an awesome YouTube channel where I try to post a bunch of tutorials for you guys. I'm continually working on those and hope to add a few more this semester. But best way to get a hold of me is by email, and I try to answer as quickly as possible. So send me an email if you'd like to come in and see me, or if you just like to communicate over email. If you just have a quick question, anything like that is fine, and I'm here to help you. Okay, everybody, I'm going to jump into the library website for just a minute, just so you guys can get a running start of how to navigate the library website and all the different resources that are available to you from the UTA libraries. So the first thing you're going to want to look at is up on the left-hand corner. It is under research, and this is everything related to research. The first thing that you're going to want to be aware of is where to find all of our databases. So it's databases A to Z, and everything is listed alphabetical. I have other links to databases in my research guides, but this is the first and easiest way to access their databases. The next one is course reserve. So if you have a book for a course that's going to be on reserve, this is how you can find it. And then go in and pick it up. So you can put your instructor and your course number in here, and then you'll be able to pick it up at the library. The most important thing over here on this side that I really wanted to show you was research by subject. This is where you can find all of our research guides that are done by all of our librarians. These cover different subjects, different topics, and different general purposes. The easiest way to find all of the social work ones is if you can just remember my name, Brooke Troutman, just hit by owner. And you can go down to my name here, and these are all the different guides that I have created. You'll see a few for anthropology and a few for sociology, because I also liaison for those departments. and a few other ones that are directed towards faculty, but you'll see a lot of them are for social work. All these ones down here are ones that I create when I do an instruction session for a course. And then I have the general social work one here, and then I have ones like, for say, like Hit the Library, which is a workshop that I do with Dr. Kilgore. So I create a guide for every single thing that I use for instruction. So this Hit the Library workshop, we have Good Things to Know, which is about navigating the library. So this is probably a great one to start off with, especially if you're new here to UTA. It talks about interlibrary loan, finding your way around, navigating the resources in the library, and even the catalog. I also have searching techniques and how to search in the databases, then how to find sources. So I list all the pertinent social work databases here, evaluating sources, and the structure of a research paper in APA style. I also have some additional help for resources with a little bit of APA format here. This is also a link to my YouTube channel, which I am continually adding to, and then I also have contact info on every single research guide. So that is your best place to find resources for social work. I'm going to go over here to the right-hand side and go to the How-To button. This is where you can find all kinds of helpful general tutorial videos. There is an APA citation video here that I encourage you guys to take a look at, and so does Dr. Kilgore. It is right here under the basics of source citation using APA. There's also a plagiarism tutorial here, which is encouraged for you guys to watch. And there's also ones about using different databases as well, which I cover in a lot of my tutorials. If you click on Library Services back over on the left-hand side, it talks about borrowing, the course reserves again, interlibrary loan, if we don't have an article or a book, how you can access those materials from another library, printing, study spaces, different technology, theses and dissertation information, which you will need to know once you've finished your degree here. And then if you're looking for certain people in the library, mostly me, this is the best way to find people. So you can either click on department or you can click on, let's see, library staff directory, and you can go down and you can find my name here. And this will list everyone in the library, and anyone in the library can help you, not just me. We're all librarians, so we can all give you help, but I'm your first line of defense as far as finding resources and anything and everything social work research. So I'm going to take you back to the beginning here, and this is our library website.
Alrighty, welcome back. Thank you, Brooke, for an overview of the library resources. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I do as Writing Resource Coordinator. And to start us off, I like to remind everybody, as you may have noticed, taking classes in a variety of different disciplines and your prior experiences in undergraduate degree, there's no such thing as good writing. And everybody says, you're not supposed to say that, you're the writing guy. What I mean when I say that, and you've probably already noticed this, is that there's no such thing as one kind of writing that's going to work equally well in every context, in every situation. Instead of moralizing and talking about good and bad writing, I usually like to say writing becomes effective when it effectively addresses an audience, a specific audience, accomplishes a specific task for that audience within a specific context. So the only way we know if writing is working effectively is to understand the audience, the task, and the context in which we're writing. And it's my job as the Writing Resource Coordinator to help you guys move through these tasks and accomplish effective writing. We have a variety of resources available to you here in the School of Social Work as you work through your classes. And it's important to take advantage of those resources. So I'm going to explain a little bit what we got here to support you. First of all, we do have a university writing center. They are housed in a library on the 4th floor, and they're staffed by a variety of different students. And they provide a variety of different services, primarily centered around reading your papers and helping you develop an effective writing process. They are experienced in working with the general concepts of argument, outline, flow, structure, clarity and cohesion, those kind of things. But there are a couple of things that they don't do. First of all, they don't do APA style. They're familiar with MLA and they cover that, but they don't usually do APA style, which is specific to social work writing. Secondly, they are not as familiar with the audiences, tasks, and contexts in which social work writing takes place. And so sometimes it's not as effective they're not as effective at helping us develop effective writing for the specific assignments we're working with. And that is why I exist. Social work provides its own writing resources in addition to the support that you get from the Writing Center. I'm here to help you guys with all aspects of the writing process, and I do a couple of different things. First of all, I provide a writing guide specifically for social work writing. So back here on the Writing Resources webpage, and you can get to this webpage if you go to the School of Social Work webpage, uta.edu/SSW, and you go to Current Students, and there will be a pull-down menu, and it will point you to Writing Resources. That will take you to my home on the web, which is this Writing Resources webpage. From that webpage, you can link to the Writing Guide for Social Work. That is a one-stop shopping for all aspects of the writing process. It's available 24/7. It's organized according to the writing process, so there's advice on developing ideas, drafting, outlining, revising, proofreading, and APA style. It also has a new section that I'm excited about, which is a guide to common assignments in social work education. Now that one includes an index of all of the assignments that I have ever worked with students on, and some specific guidance for how to handle the audience, the task, and the context for each of those individual assignments. You can access that 24/7. I also give a number of presentations on a variety of writing-related issues, so if you're not tired of hearing me talk yet, you can hear me talk a lot more about a variety of aspects of writing in social work. To get us started, if you're new to social work writing, I recommend checking out the presentation called The Right Stuff, spelled W-R-I-T-E. That covers the basic situation in social work writing and some common kind of approaches to writing, the common expectations for what kind of writing you will be doing, the genres we handle, and a little brief intro to APA style. I also give a direct introduction to APA style, a presentation called APA Style for Social Workers. If you don't know APA style yet, you will. It is the standard style for social work writing, so we will expect you to be completing your papers in APA style and using APA to cite and reference your sources. So I give an introduction and overview of that in that presentation. Also, there's a presentation called Hit the Library, that I co-host with Brooke Troutman, our social sciences librarian, and that covers in more detail the library resources and how to use the library resources to find the kind of sources that you need to support your writing projects. We give multiple iterations of each of those presentations throughout the semester, so take a look at the Writing Resources website for a full list of what we're offering. In addition to those basic presentations, we also offer a variety of other presentations that target specific difficult genres in social work and specific tools or skills that you might need to use. So check out our available menu. We offer those every semester. Last but not least, you get me. I'm available to work with you on a one-on-one individual basis. At any time in the semester, in any stage of the writing process. So if you've got an assignment that you're not sure how to respond to, hey, come talk to me about it. If you are trying to develop an outline, I'm happy to help with that. If you've written a draft and you're not sure it's totally getting the job done, come talk to me about that as well. You can come and talk to me in 3 different ways. First of all, you're welcome to stop by for an in-person appointment in the Arlington campus. I'm here on campus 5 days a week during most business hours. I'm located in the same office suite of the advisors, so if you can get to Arlington, I'm available there most of the week to help you out. If you can't make it to Arlington, I also hold some office hours in the Fort Worth Center over in Fort Worth. So if you're in Fort Worth, you're welcome to stop by there. Now, if you can't make it to either of those in-person appointments, on the same schedule, 5 days a week, most business hours, I have some late office hours, so check my schedule. I also offer virtual office appointments that you can attend from anywhere. Anywhere you've got a computer, anywhere you've got an internet connection. For that purpose, I use a Skype-type program that lets us talk to each other live. You can schedule an appointment in the same way that you can schedule an in-person appointment. You can go to the Writing Resources website. There's contact information there, and there are links to schedule an appointment. If you click a link, it will show you my calendar. You can choose a time and a day that suits your schedule, and it'll confirm the appointment, and you're done. You don't even have to talk to anybody. I do recommend scheduling appointments for in-person or virtual office appointments, particularly toward midterm and particularly toward the end of the semester. Things do get busy, so it's useful to schedule your appointments a few days before you actually need to show up. If you can't attend an in-person appointment or a live virtual appointment, you can also get in touch via email. You can email me directly quick questions. Hey, how do I cite this in APA? Hey, what's this assignment all about? Or if you want me to review a document, you can go to the Social Work Writing Resources website, and there will be a link that says via email. If you click that link, you will have the ability to upload a document, and then I will review the document and send you email comments back via email, okay? Now for that option, it's a good idea to plan in advance. The in-person and virtual office appointments gets busy around midterm, around the end of the semester, but the email appointments get busy totally unpredictably. One day I'll get 2, one day I'll get 15. If you're one of the 15, it may take me a few days to get back to you. So I do guarantee feedback within 2 business days, but sometimes if it's really busy, it can take me all the way out to 2 business days. So if you have an assignment that's due on Sunday night, and I don't know why instructors do this to us, but they do. If it's due on Sunday night, don't send it to me at 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon. There's a good chance I might not get it till Tuesday. Get to it till Tuesday, 2 business days. Okay, so make sure you plan ahead if you're going to do the email appointments. Send it to me early. And that brings me back to my chief piece of advice in getting started on writing assignments, particularly large assignments. Start early, start before you feel ready to start. Give yourself some pre-writing activities, get a sense of what you want to cover, get a sense of what resources you need from the library. Start as early as you possibly can. We've all done this before, right? We've all had a writing assignment on our desk for a while, been thinking about working on it, waiting for inspiration, and then you find out, oh, that thing is due tomorrow. I'm sure you've done this too. You hammer it out on the night before and turn it in. And you know, in your undergraduate or high school education, sometimes that works. You get a B, you get an A. Not in my classes you don't, but hey, sometimes it happens. But I got to tell you, as you move into graduate level writing, that strategy just is not going to work so well anymore. Start before that last minute rush. If we do everything at the last minute when you're working on a complex graduate level writing assignment, we are going to get a train wreck. I would, anyone would. So start early, get in touch with writing support if you're feeling out of your depth. Come and talk to me. I'm happy to talk with you about any aspect of the writing process. And of course, if you need library help, get in touch with Brooke Troutman. She will be happy to help you with the library resources at UTA. I'm looking forward to working with you throughout your time here at UTA, and I hope that you're enjoying this orientation. I'm going to hand this off to the next folks in line. Have a great afternoon, everybody.